presentation on the today's special just because there's literally, what, 140 left in the mookaite that I'm wearing? Yeah, and just a little bit more than that in the blue lace agate. Okay, we did a quick preview. Jay, I'm gonna go right to you at the top of the hour. Okay, no way, no how. I mean, so sought after is premium amber. This was an amazing value on the necklace and earrings when we launched them, but on sale today at under $100, not only, you know, natural amber, but beautifully fancy cut amber. And then the matching earrings, what are they, $45? Oh my goodness, and 80 or 66 cents? Oh wow, okay. So that's another interesting story. You know, Jay, we've talked about this. We used to do, oh my goodness, I mean, literally we would, well, at least 5 times a year, we'd have 2-hour amber shows. Like, amber shows.
All amber, I remember.
All amber. No, that's been years. There's a reason for that, right, Jay?
Yeah, you know, actually, we made a few pieces for that show. They had somebody who specialized in amber.
Yes.
And he was a manufacturer, and he was making the amber, and actually he was getting most of his materials out of Lithuania, is where he was buying them. And then he asked us to make a few things for the show, and we did. But the reason, okay, and here's the perfect reason, okay, that when you can't get the material, then you can't make designs. And that's what happened, unfortunately. And I'm by no means overjoyed by that. He was a very nice individual. He was a great artist, had a great taste, knew so much about amber. And it was for several years. They had an amber show they built around it. But what finally did it in is the fact that you couldn't get the material. Amber is very, very limited. There's very few places that you could buy it. If we didn't have, we got this new resource in Ukraine. Well, now this would be 4 years ago, maybe even going on 5. You know, it's really weird because we lost last year in my mind.
I know.
So I kind of went blank for a year, you know. Yeah, I guess like 5 years ago is when we found the Ukrainian material. Here again, just from, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And one of the people that's very close to me that was kind of one of my mentors in this, he was in the amber business back in the 70s, early 70s, and he still had connections, Russian connections, and he's the one that turned me on to them. Before that, most of everything you saw came out of the Baltic. That was all the ambers you saw, all the different colors. That all came from the Baltic. That is dried up right there. I mean, you can't even, you know, like, if I get something, it's dribbles and drabs. It's barely even a dribble. It's not even a drab, you know, material. This is Ukrainian material. But you know what's so crazy about this? Don't think that you could actually build this and sell it for that price. You can't. This is a clearance price. And again, with a clearance, if you read the reviews, it's not because, you know, they're clearing it because nobody wanted it, right? It's on clearance price because they get down to a certain amount of the design, a certain quantity. After that, they have to clear it out because they can't give it a full airing. They can't give it the time. Look at the clarity of this material.
It's
this
beautiful.
Is not real light. It's not the really dark. It's not the cognac. It's more like the root beer color of amber that we're getting. And think about the size of the material we had to start with to do these all free-form beads. And here's the beauty of big and bold and amber, because so many people, including myself, who've had neck injuries or, you know, that have something and they can't really, like with me, I can't really wear, like I ride a lot of motorcycles. I have to have special helmets that are real lightweight. Otherwise, I can't ride for any length of time because, because it compresses the vertebrae in my neck. Yeah. A lot of people, they've mentioned to me, it's something I never really thought about, is they love the big bold looks. But some of the things that I design that we do are a little bit on the heavy side to where it's uncomfortable for them to wear it. So one of the things, and they compliment me on the fact, and they love the amber, is they can wear this big bold look. You get the big bold look, but it's nice and light.
Super light.
It's naturally light. That's how they harvested. It's lighter than water. So in the Baltic Sea, they break it. It breaks loose and it floats to the top. The same thing with this Ukrainian amber. It's in a swamp. When it breaks loose, it floats to the top. They take a net and they literally they take a hose. It's either compressed air or it's water, hydraulic, really, really strong. They blow it off the bottom, and then when they blow it off the bottom, they'll float to it floats to the top, and they have a guy with like it's like a fish net that goes around, nets everything that came up, floats it, he takes it to a dry area, dumps it out. You saw the sorting station, then they bring it all into the sorting station. Also, one of the things that they've been doing recently is they've been pumping it out, but they're finding that that's not as efficient to be able to harvest the amber. But we're just fortunate that here's the sorting table right there. Oh. And so this is where it's just came in from the swamp, from that area. And it's not like tropical, it's cold actually in this area. And you've got, so it's a swampy area though, very wet, very marshy, probably marshy is better than swamp area. And then they're washing it, and that's all the natural amber, and that's what that's cut from.
Amazing.
Isn't that cool?
And isn't it, some of it could be like thousands of years old or even more in many cases?
I'm sorry, Lynn, you're breaking up.
Am I breaking up? Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of, like we often say, if amber could talk, you know, it has such a history. I mean, many of the amber pieces that are even in display in museums are millions of years old, coming from the sap of trees, and it would be so incredibly valuable if, you know, sometimes you'd even see a fly or an insect or something trapped within the amber, and that would just escalate the value that much more. But again, it's wonderful to have this source back and to get a full necklace at $99. I mean, that's a first time, almost $50 savings of our original HSN price. Extremely, extremely popular. As are I mean, these matching earrings, again, look at all the silver, look at it, they're perfect. It's a stud and then a fancy cut rectangular dangle, so they show up beautifully. They look so pretty on Angie. Close to now over 300 spoken for. I know we have just about a minute or so available. Can you hear me, Jay? I'm not sure if we have like a little disconnect again. See, it's a new world for us, this whole via, you know, well, it's now been a year, but yeah, it's a different,
up. I can't really understand what she's saying. I can hear she's talking, but
okay.
I catch every...
I think we're hearing you, I don't know, maybe you're not able... Okay, sorry about that. We'll try to reconnect with Jay in just a few seconds. So again, our amber, Mine Fine, only one of the show. Very, very, very popular. I can't wait for you to see that at home. Even though just, again, the beautiful fancy cuts, gorgeous color of that. Jay described it perfectly, like a root beer color. But you can still see through it. You know it's that natural amber. And when they tie it to simulate an amber, you can't see through it, so you can tell. All righty, big drum roll. Oh, I hope we get Jay back, because this is like this is our brand new Mine Fine. He was so excited, we all are, about collectors out